I've come to Birmingham because apparently it's a fairly difficult place to drive and I don't know the roads. So this is an opportunity for you to watch me, a driving instructor of 15 years, try and figure out how to deal with junctions that I'm not familiar with. Because one of the most common questions I get asked is, how do I know which lane to use? And you can go by the 12 o'clock rule, but it doesn't always work. If you don't know what the 12 o'clock rule is, I'll leave a link to a video up there. And you can try and follow road signs and markings, but they don't always exist and sometimes they're too late. So how do I, person driving for 20 years, driving instructor for over 15 years, and driving's not only my job, it's my hobby. How do I go to a place I don't know and figure out how to deal with the junctions? And what do I do when I get the wrong lane? So I'm at the start location of the sat nav now. This should take me on a fairly challenging route around and through central Birmingham. I don't think I can drive exactly into central Birmingham because it doesn't look like you can. Maybe it's pedestrianised, but as close to the centre as I've been able to make it. So left at these traffic lights, fairly straightforward. And I'll fast forward any parts of the video where not a lot happens. Speed limit here is 40. I'm already ignoring those lights. And I have a roundabout coming up ahead. Looks like from the sat nav I'm going left first exit. So what I would do there is I'll choose the left lane, most basic thing to do. Now I might be able to go left in the left and the middle lane, I don't know that. Haven't seen any signs telling me I can do that yet, but I'm going to choose the left lane because that's the safe thing to do. Chances are I am going to be able to go left in the left lane. I don't know when you can't do that. So should I signal? Not signalling yet because I don't think it's actually going to help anyone. Ignore the lights now. Yeah, take this exit here, so I'll signal now. Not that it's really helping many people that much, but it's handy for the cars behind me to know that I'm going left. Bus lane, need to avoid the bus lane, checking to make sure it's safe there. A 30 limit. It says end of motorway up there, that's for the main road. And do I have to join this? And it looks like I need to. Have I already joined this road? I don't think I have, because up ahead there's a white sign and on the right there's a green sign. Aha! By the time I'd figured that out, there you go, already going the wrong way. I figured out I need that right lane there, I wasn't sure at first, and by the time I saw that, I couldn't change lane. There's a van next to me. So what do? Well, I play it safe. I just go the wrong way and I'll let the sat nav reroute. It still doesn't know I've gone the wrong way. It still thinks I'm up there on that other road. So I'm going to see if I can get back onto that road via this roundabout. It looks like a roundabout here, and that road I was on goes over the roundabout. No one coming from the right. Looks like I can go ahead and round the roundabout in this lane. No one to signal to, so there's no need to do that at the moment. And no traffic lights here. Again, signalling's not helping anyone here, so I'm not signalling to leave. And I can join the main road again, so not a problem. A38 I need, it says A38 in the right lane, so I'm going to go to the right lane now. I guess it's the lane I have to use to get back on the major road. And I'm going to try and merge now with this traffic. They want to go into this lane, I want to go into their lane, and there we go, I did need the right lane. Not much time there for me to merge, but now I'm on the A38 going into a tunnel. Last speed limit change I saw was 30, so unless I see otherwise, that's what I'm going to do. In another tunnel, this is the second tunnel I've been in, and I've only been driving in Birmingham for a few minutes, so it seems like there's quite a few tunnels here. Either that or it's just a coincidence that I've been in the two tunnels that there are here. I guess they do this to try and help ease congestion, try and get the traffic through the city. Without going through the city, it can go under the city, I guess. I've turned the sound off on the sat nav because otherwise that will keep talking over me and it will just make the video hard to make. So I'm just going by what the sat nav says, and to be honest, that's how I usually do it because it does annoy me. It says I need to go left very soon. Again, not much time for me to recognise this turn here. It's like, if you know the area, fine. But by the time I realise I need to turn, I'm already running out of space to turn. I can see on the sat nav I need to go right at the roundabout, what looks like the third exit. So I'm going to go by the 12 o'clock rule. I do use the 12 o'clock rule. It doesn't always work, I'm aware that it may not work, but if I'm going right at a roundabout, I'll start off by being on the right. If I'm going left, I'll start off being on the left. If I'm going ahead, if there's 2 lanes, I'll be in the left. That's the 12 o'clock rule. Up until including 12 o'clock, you use the left. If it's past 12 o'clock on the sign, you use the right lane. Sometimes I'll get to a junction and I'll realise, oh, I can only go left in the left lane. I want to go ahead and I need the right lane. And I end up having to go left or change lane if there's time to do so. So a traffic light controlled roundabout by the looks of things. Yellow box area, so I'm going to leave that. Yeah, I can go through that. Everything's flowing. What I meant was I was going to leave that clear until I knew I could fit past. And I think I need to move down to lane 1 now. Ignoring the lights now. Yellow box area is clear. Despite what I'm about to say, signalling to leave here does help this car because they are not being traffic light controlled, and therefore my signal will help them decide whether or not it's safe to enter the roundabout. And then signal to leave, although it probably didn't help anyone. Ignore the lights now. Looks like I went the correct way. I didn't signal right going round that roundabout because at that time I didn't think it was actually helping anyone. On these really big roundabouts, signalling right or signalling to leave doesn't always help because they're traffic light controlled, and if they're traffic light controlled, the cars are waiting at a red light anyway, so they don't need to know that you're leaving so that they can enter. They're already at the red light waiting. Signalling to leave a roundabout is very important when people are waiting to enter the roundabout, and you signalling to leave helps them know that they can enter. The only person, or should I say, the only traffic that gets helped from a signal to leave a roundabout on traffic light controlled roundabouts is traffic behind and around me, and there wasn't anyone behind me at that time. So I'm going left soon. Looks like it's where the bus is. Looks like quite a small road as well. So mirror signal left, big space on the left there for a cyclist to come up alongside me, so I'm making sure I check there. 20 limit, no one crossing the road before I turn in. And now I have to be super careful because despite 20 limits being common for quite a while now, and despite my job, meaning I really do follow these limits, I still find it very hard to follow a 20 limit. It really does not come naturally to me. I have to really watch that speedo. Okay, I've been on a fairly simple route, so I probably would have fast forwarded that or even skipped it. Just went past a 30 sign, turning left here, and hopefully things get a little bit more complicated soon. Got to go left at these traffic lights. Oh, look at that. Lovely, a sign telling me which lanes I need. So from a distance I can tell which lane I need to go, where I need to go. I know you can have arrows painted on the road, but if there's queues of cars over those arrows, you can't see the arrows. So the signs really are helpful. Ooh, okay. He wants to go left. No, he wants to go straight. Ah, here, I remember from the signs, you need the left lane to go straight and left there. I was waiting a while at those traffic lights and I forgot. So 40 limit, dual carriageway. So far, fairly easy. The A38 that I was on, where you don't have much time to know you need to change lane and then much time to change lane, that was a bit more challenging. But so far it's been easy. Aha, that sign means this lane's going to branch. Do I want to branch? No. So I need to move to lane 2 here. Now I'm in lane 2. Yeah, this lane splits and I can go, well, it looks like I'm going down another tunnel again. I'm going to use cruise control to help me stay at a steady speed. Also, I find that helps prevent me from going over the speed limit, especially now because 40 feels quite slow here. So setting that will help keep me at 40, although it's doing 41. Naughty car, stay within the speed limit. That wasn't a tunnel in the end. I thought that was going to be a tunnel because we're going down, but it just sort of went down and some bridges above us. Turning off the cruise control now just so I can deal with this traffic that's probably merging, and I need to turn left in 0.4 of a mile. Should I use the left lane? Well, yes, I'm going to. I'm going to play it safe. I don't think I need to turn left at these lights. That's a bit too soon. but hopefully the left lane will help me turn left later. Good, I can go ahead. I was a bit worried though that getting this left lane would mean I'd have to go left, but I don't. I can carry on. I'm already committed for the lights. I'm going through there, and now hopefully this lane will help me go left at the next junction, and it is a roundabout. This looks like it's going to be an easy one because I'm going left with a dedicated filter lane, so I should just be able to use that lane to take me past the roundabout. I don't even have to give way, most likely. Signalling left, don't really need to. I'm going to cancel that now, and this is the filter lane. Easy peasy. I believe the speed limit is still 40. I don't remember seeing a 30, but I'm not so sure now because there are street lamps and I haven't seen a reminder for a while, so maybe I've missed the 30. Up ahead there's a 40, a big one as well. Big sign usually means change. That suggests that the road I was on wasn't 40 if it's changed to 40, but it could have been. So don't always use those signs how they should. The big ones should be for speed changes and the small ones should be for reminders. And that's another waypoint. So let's press that to continue to the next one. And at the next roundabout I'm going ahead, second exit. Sat nav is suggesting the middle lane, but there's only 2 lanes at the moment. We'll see what happens. It's a 30 sign on the left, but that's clearly not for me. Or is it? Have I missed? Because this is supposed to be a 40 road and that was for people coming into here, but I haven't had one. So I'm using the middle lane here because I'm going ahead. If there's 3 lanes and I'm going ahead, by default I choose the middle lane unless I see road signs and markings to tell me otherwise. That middle lane's become the left lane. I'm now signalling to say I'm going to leave and I'm going to join this queue. So I had a little problem with the cameras and I had to pull over and restart them. So hopefully they should be fine now, but not a lot happened. It was pretty boring. Aha! We have traffic here and that's because of this. Looks like they've broken down. So I'm going to indicate to ask someone to let me round. They have, thank you very much. And I'm going ahead here. Middle lane can go ahead. I'm in the middle, so I'm going to stay here, give way. Looks like there's an opportunity to go. Looks like I could use the left lane and the middle lane to go ahead here, and then signal to leave, leaving in the right lane to make sure I don't change lane inadvertently, although I could if I wanted to there because no one was there. And I'm going to now move to the left lane. I believe the speed limit here is 30. Hopefully I haven't missed the sign. That is entirely possible. I was concentrating on the roundabout and changing lanes, so I may miss a sign. Roundabout and going ahead. Second exit. And there's a green sign up ahead telling me I can use lane 1 and 2, or lanes 1 and 2, to go ahead second exit. So I'm good where I am. So here's some traffic lights, commit for the lights now. Let's give way at the roundabout in front of me here. So giving way, looks clear. And I do have somewhere where I can wait in the roundabout without blocking the exit, only just. But yeah, cars, yeah, they can fit behind me there. Not that it matters, the car behind me blocked it anyway. And then signal left to leave. Looks like there's a bus lane coming up, so I need the right lane. I'm going to indicate, let's go a bit faster and stay in front of this black car. But I know I need to turn left soon, so maybe the bus lane finishes, or there's a space like we have now where I can move into the bus lane to turn left, like if I wanted to take that left turn. But mine's a bit later. Try and keep it within the 30 limit, not this one. What's going on here then? Aha! Oh, it looks like I can. There was a sign back there as well saying you can go left in both lanes. So I think actually I have to go left here in this road. You can't go straight. No, looking at it, no. Have to go round to the left. Going right up here. Clearly can see the road markings. Right lane for going right. Can't go right in the middle lane. Green traffic light, but person in the road. Still green, so I'm going through. And then I've got to go left, so I need to get over to the left side. There's a bus lane on the left there, so I can't go all the way left. So I'm in the middle technically, turning left in the middle, green light still going through, and then it looks like I'm going straight. Left lane is left only, so I need this lane to go straight, and I can fit past the keep clear, so I will. And using neutral when I stop, because I don't like holding the clutch down when I'm waiting. Coming up to another way marker on the sat nav. Still got a bus lane on my left. Signs are telling me that as well. Oh, signs are saying there's a bus lane on the right as well. Bus lanes on both sides and a 20 mile per hour limit. That's the way marker. I've got some traffic lights and I believe I've got to go straight. So committing for the lights now. 20 at the moment. When I pass that sign it's 30. Ahead only in both lanes, and I'm going ahead at the roundabout. I'm going to choose the left lane because usually I find the left lane is the safer lane for going ahead. I'm about to say that it probably would have been better for me to use the right lane here, and that's because the exit road to the left has 2 lanes, and that makes me worried that a vehicle on my right may try to turn left across my path to go towards that exit, which of course would not be safe. And as I can use both lanes to go ahead here, I'm likely going to choose the lane where I'm less likely to have a problem. If there's only 2 lanes, although looking at this, I think it would have been better to have been in the right lane and then signal to leave. This is the exit I need. Looks like I'm going the correct way. Traffic lights, committing for the lights now. And according to the sat nav, I need to go right soon. So here we go, I've got a branch up ahead. And yeah, it's just simple, stay here and then I merge. So where's the lines? Oh, traffic light controlled, okay. So I was thinking I might have to give way because there's 2 roads joining there, but it's traffic light controlled. So green light I can go through, they had a red light. And that's down to 1 lane, still a 30 limit. I'll pick my speed up a little bit, now I know what I'm doing for a while. Still a bus lane on the left and I'm turning left soon. Approaching the traffic lights, I'm going to commit for them now. I can see the lane signs for which lanes I need the left lane, but I can't go into it just yet because of the bus lane. I'm going to signal though to warn people I want the left lane, and now I can go into it, I will. Well, not much time to get into this lane. Again, after that bus lane, you'll be crossing the hatch markings if you don't do it straight away, and then left at this junction. Looks like the cyclists have a green light, but I have a red light. So I'm going to signal left, even though I have to go left here. It may help people crossing the road know that I'm coming. I like to check for cyclists even though they may have a red light. Did they have a red light? I would assume they did. It'd be a bit silly if they had a green light as well, but I checked anyway to make sure no one was coming. And traffic. Might have to fast forward some of the video again if I'm just sitting here. This looks like an interesting roundabout. It's more of a square. And I think I've got to take the second exit. Is that second? Yeah, second exit. Ahead second. So I would use the left lane if there's 2 lanes, or the middle lane if there's 3. That doesn't mean it's going to be the correct lane, but most of the time it will be. And if it's not, I'm probably only going to be 1 lane out from where I need to be, and I may get the opportunity to change to the correct lane. So this is the square about. Not sure if I should go alongside this car or not. Okay, so I'm sort of 2 lanes now. I'm choosing the left lane, into left lane now, and signal to leave. Because there wasn't clear markings to say it was 2 lanes before the roundabout, I didn't want to go alongside that car in case it was just positioned poorly. I thought I'd just let them go first. It wasn't too busy, so there's no need to go alongside them. And the next roundabout I'm going right, second exit. Yeah, it is the second exit. to the ring route, and I've got nice arrows on the road, very nice, thank you very much, making it easy. I can use lane 2 and 3 to go right, not just the right lane on this one, but both. But as I'm in the middle lane, I'm not going to signal right because it will look like I'm changing lane. So I'll stay in the middle and I'll go, and if I was to signal right, it would be if I was worried about anyone who might be looking like they're going to pull in front of me. I'll say, look, I am coming round, but at the moment that's not the case. I'm just staying in my lane and it spirals off, signalling to leave just to help those cars know that entering the roundabout that I'm definitely leaving, and then up to 30 miles an hour, and I have another roundabout in about half a mile. Next roundabout ahead, second exit, 3 lanes. I think I'm going to go for the middle lane just in case this left lane becomes left only. I'm going to play it safe, carefully enter this middle lane just in case someone in lane 3 was also trying to get to lane 2. There were, well, I thought there were cars in it. Where's it gone? Maybe it's changed lane. And yes, I can see the green sign now. I made a good decision to use the middle lane here to go ahead. I can also use the right lane to go ahead, but I couldn't use the left. And that's why, if I'm going ahead in this 3 lanes, I go for the middle, because more often than not, that's the lane that I'm going to need. The sat-nav does advise which lane to use, but it's not always right. In fact, its success rate is fairly low. Like at the moment, it thinks there are 2 lanes here, and it's telling me to use either lane, but there's 3 lanes. That's not an uncommon mistake from the sat-nav. So, ahead, second exit. That's clearly the first exit. So this should be quite easy. Looks like I can make that. So now I'll signal left to take the next exit and just keep it left to make sure I don't go into somebody else's path. And a 40 limit, nice clear signs. They always put speed limit changes near junctions, but that's where people are usually focusing on the junction. They're focusing on which way to go, they're focusing on changing lane if they need to. So if there's anywhere you're going to miss a speed limit change, it's going to be near a junction. The reason why they put them near junctions is because that's when the roads change, and if the roads are changing, then it's likely, well, not necessarily likely, but it's more likely that's where the speed limit is going to change. Here's a 40 here, I'm going a bit slow, speed up, forgot that. Loads of reminders here, no excuses, forget. I was going a little bit slow there. Now I'm going the same speed as the car in front. There's no point catching up with the car and driving close behind them, so I can only do 32 at the moment anyway. Should I move to the right lane to overtake? 0.2 miles to the next junction. I think I'll stay here because it looks like I've got to go ahead at the next junction, and there's only 2 lanes, so the rule I would use, 2 lanes going ahead, I'm going to choose the left lane. Traffic light controlled. Oh, it becomes 3 lanes. Looks like I can go ahead in both the middle and the left lane. I'm going to go to the left lane here because if there's 2 lanes that go in the same direction, I tend to pick the lane with the shortest queue. That way more cars get past the traffic lights. Plus this car, I think it's a bit slow, so maybe I'm a bit quicker than them. And I can see up ahead, it is actually the first exit. Sometimes the red traffic light is a blessing in disguise because it gives you time to actually figure out where you've got to go. Just checking my mirrors there before moving away. Been waiting there for a while, and therefore there's that car I was talking about earlier. They just changed lane. They changed from lane 2 to 3 and then back to 2 in front of this car, and this black car got a bit angry with them. Can't remember what I was talking about now, so I have to stop talking about that and concentrate on where I'm going. So 40 limit, but I've got to turn left. That's why I'm going a bit slow. Oh, there it is. I see it after the bus stop. So mirror signal left. It's not misleading at the moment. Slowing it down, slowing the traffic down behind me gradually. Here's a 40 road. Don't want to take them by surprise. And a 20 limit. Okay. So what I'm going to do, looks like I can pull over here. So I'm going to pull over. I'm going to restart the cameras. Pull over on the right side here. Just to make sure or try to reduce the chances of them failing. So fine, if you leave them running for a very long time, that's when they're more likely to have a problem. So I'll just restart them and hopefully it will be good. Okay, restarted, all rolling. Yep, let's go. Looks clear, and I've got a bend to the left. It's not a junction at the moment. It's a give way sign up there, but I haven't got a give way line. They've got the give way line, the other road. So that's a bit confusing, and it is a 20 limit. Remember that, Richard? So easy for me to pull over at the side of the road, do something, then start moving off and just go to my default 30, what I'm used to. Because generally that's what these roads, as a reminder up there, that's handy, but that's what these roads used to always be. For a lot longer they've been 30 than 20, for me at least, and how long I've been driving. So left at the mini roundabout, couldn't be more basic, nice and easy, and then left back onto the main road. Aha, I think that way marker was so I could stop and reset the cameras, because it looks like I'm just coming back out onto the same road again. 40 limit, give way. Get a good aim, and I think after the yellow car there's my opportunity. Ignore the lights and go. When I approach lights, I am planning to stop. I'm planning to stop now, and now I'm ignoring them, and that's how I think. So when they change, I don't have to think, what do I do? Should I stop? Should I go? I've already made my decision. As I'm approaching them, I'm already making that decision. I'm already deciding, I'm going to wait, I'm going to wait, I'm going to wait, and then it's, I'm going to go, I'm going to go. So as they change, I know exactly what I'm doing. Some of you may notice that I put it into neutral just before stopping. And that's just to save me holding the clutch down longer than I need. So I don't advise learners do this because it makes it more complicated. But if I'm at the speed where I'm almost stopped anyway, it's not causing any issues. But it does add complication if you're new to driving. So this yellow area here, well, I'm not sure. I'm going to wait, play it safe. It's green, and now I can fit, I will go. But you shouldn't enter this yellow area until you know you can fit past. Lights have gone red, and now these ones have as well. I should stop at these because I had time to, but the previous ones, they went amber when I didn't have time to stop, so I carried on through. And now I'm going ahead at the roundabout, second exit, and these have gone green, quite hard to see. There's no secondary light there. And there's 3 lanes, I'm going ahead. So my rule is to use the middle lane if I'm going ahead with 3 lanes. And actually that's what I'm going to do on this occasion because there's a queue in the left lane. But on this occasion, I know I can use both lanes because I know I'm on the ring road and they both say ring road. But it makes sense to try and get more cars past the lights when they change. Got a secondary light here up ahead, so it's much easier to see, although the sun is in my eyes at the moment. You know what? This will make my life a bit easier. There we go. Try to avoid using sunglasses when I'm making a video. Don't know why, it just feels a bit strange putting some sunglasses on when I'm talking to the camera. No real reason for it to feel strange, but it does. So staying in my lane now. Both lane 1 where the blue car is and lane 2 where I am can continue on the ring road. And here we go. I'm definitely going to signal now because this lane branches either left or to the or ahead really, a bit to the right, it's kind of ahead. So we'll tell people I'm coming in here and I need to go left soon. So I need to make my way over to the left lane, and it is a 40 limit here. Yes, I can't go to the left lane just yet because of that car that's just passed me and there's more. But when I get going, I know I've got to go left on the sat-nav. I don't think I'm going to have long. So what I will do is when we get going, I'll indicate to say I need that lane and hopefully someone will let me in. I should have started in the left lane before that junction earlier. If I'd have known this, if I would have known the area, I would have done, but I didn't. So indicating left now. BMW there. No, I'll slow down, let them past. And there's a Land Cruiser behind me. He's letting me in. Thank you very much, sir. and then I'm going left again here. Good, made it just in time there. Ignore the lights now, give way as well, so make sure that's good. Last speed limit change I remember seeing was a 40, although I was doing a lot in that time, so there might have been another speed limit change I haven't noticed. This feels like a 30 to me. There are street lamps, so I'm going to do 30 for a little while unless I see a 40 reminder sign, but I'm really thinking this is 30. It says 30 on the sat nav as well, and a red light. If the sat nav or the traffic sign recognition systems that cars have these days worked well, that'd be quite useful. That'd be a useful system, so you know what the speed limit is wherever you are. But the trouble is, they just cause more confusion, because so often they're wrong. You don't really know. You look at it and it says 40, you think, is that 40 or is it not? You don't know. Sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes, I wouldn't say sometimes, often it's wrong. I can drive on a 70 mile an hour road and it say 50 for minutes, for miles. It's saying the wrong speed limit. Yeah, I'd say this is 30. I don't know where that 30 sign was. I must have missed it. Still going ahead. That's left only there. The bus lane on my left still. And I'm going ahead at the next roundabout. So which lane do I use at this roundabout? There's 2 lanes and I'm going ahead. So my rule is to use the left lane if there's only 2 lanes. But this blue car's already using it, and now I've got to wait for the cars who are going into it from behind me. So I should have done that earlier. I should have anticipated that earlier. But I'm sure I'll get an opportunity in a moment. There we go. And it's not saying which road name or number I need. Probably should have given way to them there. But I was concentrating on where I need to go here. Okay, so yeah, left only there. These 2 lanes go ahead. Give way at the roundabout. Take the second exit. No one coming. So this is the first exit. I'm passing that, and I've got a red light halfway round the roundabout. And I'll signal to leave. It's not really helping anyone there, but I'll do it anyway. Ignore the lights now. And I've got to go left. Is it at the next one? Yeah, it looks like it. Fairly easy junction, no right turn, but I can go straight or left. Just checking over my shoulder there, make sure no cyclists are bombing it down the road, and I need to go right soon, so let's try and move to the right lane. Ignore the lights. Oh, no, I was just about to say now, but I didn't quite say now. I was going to say ignore the lights now, but they went just before I said it. That's an interesting looking building. Bull Ring Markets. Feel like I'm in the centre of Birmingham at the moment. It feels very built up. Another set of traffic lights just round the bend. Continuing here, and I've got to merge with this car behind. He's holding back to allow me to do that. Thank you. And now I need to get rid of these sunglasses because it's not so sunny and it's actually making it harder to see. And I'm going straight at the next point here. So I'm going to stay to the left. Oh, that was good, because if I didn't, I'd have been going round there. See what I mean? That's why if I'm going ahead, generally I choose left, because generally it's correct. That's if there's 2 lanes. If there's 3 lanes, generally I choose the middle. Another way marker. Now I'm thinking, it's a mini roundabout here going ahead. I'm thinking this should be a 20 limit. It is, according to the sat nav. I can fit past the yellow box area, so I will. And I'm going straight, so I can see that is a left only road marking, so I know I'm going to use the right lane here. I don't recall seeing a 20 limit. There's one there. I don't recall when it became 20, but in this day and age, this kind of area is 20. And actually 20 here is easy, because it feels like an appropriate speed driving through the city centre. Buses stopping, lots of people walking. Doesn't feel unnecessarily too slow. Commit for the lights now. 30 limit up ahead. That's just a secondary light, so don't worry about that one. I've already passed the line. Looking at the McLaren now. Quite nice in that colour actually. Important to look where you're going, don't just look at nice cars. Going left at this mini roundabout. It's getting easy now. I feel like I might be starting to come out of the city centre. Although I could be wrong. I have no idea where I am. I am just going by that sat nav. It looks like a left bend followed by a right turn up here. And it is 30. The last one I saw was 30. Was it? I hope so. Changes so often. Sometimes I can't keep track of it. So taking the next right. It's an interesting place to park. And that's unusual to see a give way line when you're turning right like that. I see them abroad in other European countries, but I don't really see them here. I've got time to make it before the red car, and now it's a 20 again. Next road left. Looks good. And followed by a right soon. A couple of cyclists turning right very soon. They are very slow, but what I'll have to do, oh, they're moving in now, I'll go past. They are slowing down even more. What I didn't want to do is pass them and then slow right down and do the junction. So I was going to wait, but then the situation changed. And this is another way marker, probably somewhere where if I can pull over, I will not only reset the cameras, but change the batteries, because some of them must be getting low by now. But do I have somewhere to stop? Not at the moment. Is that a space? Oh, is that? What do you think, Richard? I think that's too small, but just for fun, I'm going to try anyway. Yeah. So back sensors. Oh no. Where there's a wheel, there's a space. I don't go by that, that's not sensible. But yeah, it's just about enough space for me to fit in here. Not much. But now I'm going to turn the cameras off and restart them. I reset the cameras, and yeah, one was very low on battery, so I'm glad I did that, and the sun's in my eyes again now. So let's get going. I'm not sure how long there is left. You have a better idea than I do, because you see how long the video is. Now I've got to get myself out of this very tight space I got myself into. Barely any movement to the back at all. I did park close to the rear one because I know they've got room to move. One in front of me doesn't. I think that'll do it. Let's go. Now on to signal 2. Parking sensors off. I need to know which way I'm going. Straight, okay. 20 limit was the last one I saw, I think. I don't remember. I just done the cameras, went into the boot, got some batteries out. I've forgotten what the last speed limit change I saw was. Maybe what I was trying to say earlier is I feel the way speed limits change so often, I really feel like it's like those people on the street who have free cups and they try to get you to bet to see if you can see where the ball's in the cup, and they move the free cups around quickly to try and confuse you. Often it's a scam. They've like got their friends placing bets, making it easy, and then when you do it, they make it hard. Kind of feel like speed limits are a bit like that sometimes. Changing so often, it's just, well, which was the last one I saw? I don't know. I guess they're turning right, yeah, it looks like it. I want to be very careful of that cyclist. They didn't look very stable and they had a bicycle on their back. Don't think I've seen that before. Quite impressive actually. How safe it is, I don't know. It is still 20. Hopefully I haven't gone over 20. Maybe I might have accidentally done, hope not. So left here, the traffic lights. Mirror signal left, speed bump before the turn. Just get the speed down before I go over the bump. Looks safe. It's quite easy actually. I'm not finding Birmingham particularly difficult. Oh, that's quite nice skyline here with all the tall buildings. Didn't know there was that many tall buildings in Birmingham. It's more built up than I thought. Commit for the lights. Maybe I'll just leave it in second gear. This car wants third gear at 20, but this can't be 20. Really? I did see a 20 before I turned into it, and then I didn't see anything after. It was a roadwork temporary 20 sign, but I haven't seen a roadwork end sign. Yeah, there's a 20 up there. It says 20 it is. Got a red light anyway, and I've got to turn right. Where have I got to turn right? Is it here? Can I go right there? Nothing to say I'm not allowed to. Looks safe too. Yep. They're crossing the road. They are, but I can fit, so I will. And yep, they're crossing, so I'll wait. Don't like this new H2 rule. They were waiting for me. They can clearly see I'm going. It just causes more confusion, and I don't think it makes the roads safer. The H2 rule is the recent rule. I think it's January 21 or 22 it came into force, which says you should give way to pedestrians waiting to cross a road into which or from which you are turning. Doesn't usually work very well. So going left here. That's very tight. I'm going to go to first. I'm assuming it's two-way. I can't see any signs to say this is one way. That's why I went to first there, just to check to see if anyone was coming out before I went in. And is that a Puma, a racing Puma? It is as well, isn't it? Don't see them very often, the wide arches. Very nice. Really nice condition as well. So we're going right at the end, and actually I think I finished. I replaced the camera and the batteries, but I don't think I needed to, because I'm about to make a mistake here, because this black car is holding back from the give way line, which is making me believe they are giving way to me. But as I set off, they started to move as well. So maybe they weren't giving way to me. Whether or not this would be marked on test comes down to whether or not the examiner also believes the black car was giving way. But in hindsight, I don't think they were. They've got an oncoming car here. See, I'm turning in front of them, so really they should go first there, but they were giving way to me, so I went first. Because I'm turning across their path, that means I should give way to them, but they weren't going, so I went. Anyway, that's the end of it. Yeah, well, stop point's just up there. I've parked here instead. Not too bad. Don't know what the fuss is about. Maybe because of the time of day it's not too busy, but the junctions themselves weren't that hard. The A38 was a bit tricky if you didn't know where you're going, like I didn't, knowing when you need to merge and when you don't. But once you know the area, obviously that would be easy. But no, pretty good. So that's how I deal with an area I don't know. I go with the 12 o'clock rule, which means if there's two lanes, I'll use the left lane if I'm going left or ahead, and the right lane for going right. If there's three lanes, I'll use the left lane for going left, the middle lane for going ahead, and the right lane for going right. And I will look out for road signs and markings to guide me. Despite doing this, I can still end up in the wrong lane sometimes, or end up going the wrong way. Sometimes I just don't know when the sat-nav wants me to turn, because the roads are very close together and it's not really clear which road it wants me to use, or there's multiple levels to the roads, in which case the sat-nav may think I'm on the wrong road. The important thing though is to stay calm, because that's where the danger comes from panic, and then doing something that can be unsafe, maybe changing lanes suddenly. Stay calm. Accept that sometimes you're going to be in the wrong lane, sometimes you're going to go the wrong way. Allow enough time for this to happen, relax and try to enjoy the journey. I know I didn't include Spaghetti Junction in this video, and that is renowned for being this complicated junction in Birmingham, even though I actually did go on Spaghetti Junction to get here. It's just that it's a non-event really. You get in your lane and it takes you where you need to go. It's no different to any other motorway junction. It's just when you look at it from a bird's eye view that you go, gosh, look how complicated that is with all those roads everywhere. But you don't see that when you're driving on it. It's fairly simple. If you found the video interesting, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're looking for car insurance, check out the links to Collingwood and Confused in the description. If you're learning to drive and want to insure yourself on somebody else's car, then Collingwood are there for you, because you can do so without affecting the owner's policy, and that can take away a big stress from the owner of that car that you're using to practice your driving in. Also, via the link at the moment, there's up to 35% off and a £20 Amazon gift card. If you want to insure your own car, I recommend checking out the link to confused.com, because you fill out one quote form and get loads of quotes back from many insurers to compare who's cheapest, and you can change your car on that quote as many times as you like without having to do the whole quote again. So it's a quick and easy way to do the quote, change the car multiple times and press recalculate, and find out how much it costs to insure different cars. Very useful when you're shopping around for cars. Using the links doesn't cost you anything, but it does support the channel, so thank you very much. Subscribe to get my future videos, and until the next one, cheerio.